ele, 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 ele.
Hi everyone, this is your host on Guided Mind, and this is the first episode. What we are doing today is that we are just going to talk about our perspective, our understanding about the mind. So you know that the whole concept is guided mind. So you know that it's just two words joining those phrases together. The first one is the guided, the second one is the mind. So but today we are treating mind. So what is the mind? If I ask you what is mind, what do you understand by mind? If I ask you, the first thing like an art or something that you feel or something that you think, you are not wrong, but there's something more complicated, more that we need to understand before we can say that is what we feel. There is a science, those people that study the science about mind. Okay, what is mind? According to Williams Hamilton, he said, is that thing which can perceive, that can feel, that can will, that can desire, and that can think. So let me just put it in proper perspective. That thing that can perceive, 1, 2, that can feel, 3, that can think, that can will, and can desire. So those are the 5 things that can say that, oh, we are talking about mind now, we are talking about these 5 things. Now everybody now do these 5 things, like every human being do these 5 things, because they are associated with our mental state. So we can say that mind and mental state, they are like an interwoven thing that can't be separated. So you can't your mind and your mental state. Sure, you get what I'm saying? So I will talk about the first thing, which is how do you feel? How do you think? How do you perceive things to be? How do you weigh things to be? You know, there's this read the word popular. It's just a known verse in the scriptures. 2 Timothy 1:7 that say the Lord has not given us the spirit of fear, but the spirit of power, love, and of sound mind. But we are not going to stay there. Sound mind, to effectively use that sound mind, able to use that sound mind as a believer, you have to even know how to understand. You have to understand that sound mind. You have to, because it deals with our mental state. So I will say that we don't just say sound mind. To be able to use that sound mind, we must learn how to use it. Yes, learn it for our effect. I think I've made that point that even though you have a sound mind, you must know how to use it for things to be able to be factual and evident. Yeah. And the second point I'll be making, that our everyday experience, what we experience every day, comes from our thoughts. You get what I'm saying? I believe you are getting me. And this deals with what? Okay, let me now talk about the mind itself. I give us like 5 things that are associated with the mind. We talk about something to perceive. You means you can kind of sense something, perceive that. Then we talk about feel. To feel something, you can feel emotion about something. I feel think it was like there's a thought. And then we talk about the will, like I want to do this. Yeah, and you're doing it. And the desire. And we know that throughout the scriptures, I used to say this for believers, that the scriptures has always going guideline to sound mind. Like every commandment, every instruction from the scriptures is towards having a sound mind. You will see that the scriptures towards every time guide our will towards God's will, guide our actions, the way we even think about something. We think, let God's will be done. No, you see that the scriptures come place here, guiding our will, and it makes us a better person. And one thing I want us to, like a third point now, that 95 of everybody percent, 95% of everybody actions is based on their subconscious. When I mean subconscious, it means that your mind has been affected. Like if you are being given back to now through your environment over the years, what you have seen, what you have thought about, what you have heard, because it's part of your sensing, what you perceive, right? Hope you are getting me. What you perceive, what you thought about. If I'm above 20 now, of course. Now, my mind runs through what I've passed through throughout my experience. Do you get what I'm saying now? My mind runs through what I've passed through my experience, what I've experienced when I'm still maybe around 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Those experiences I've passed through, those words I've heard from elderly person, those, like when I mean, let me say, those words that are not palatable I've heard from people. It's part of what I've passed through. It's part of my experience, right? So that's the things that contribute to our mind. That's why we must understand our mind, and we must understand the power behind the mind. Any person that doesn't understand the power behind the mind will not be able to have a thing done. His power of his own will not be done. It will just be by circumstance. Everything that will be happening to him will be by circumstance, I don't want to use by luck, but you can use by luck. Like if you do not have power, if you do not understand the power of mind, things will just come to you by circumstance. But if you understand the power of mind, you will know how to guide your mind. And that's where the topic comes from, guided mind, behind mind. And we have talked about some little things that is associated with mind. So one thing I want us to know is that no matter what you have passed through, maybe throughout the years you have failed, what you are thinking, what you have thought, there's a way to pattern. There's something called thought pattern. Yeah. In psychology, thought pattern. There's a way to guide our thought pattern. That's why, as a believer, if you are not a believer and you are listening to this, there's a way to guide our thoughts, our will. The reason why you see more rape is because some people cannot guide how they feel, their desire. The reason why you see more hatred around the world now is because some feeling towards another person, some people cannot guide it. The reason why you will see more challenges around the world is because some people cannot tame their self, and which come with the mind, and you cannot remove that. I was pondering on this, meditating. This is the part of where you can recover from the mind. I was meditating and I see that a man who can control his mind has controlled his life. But a man who cannot control his mind is a slave perpetually, because if 95% of your action is subconscious, that means only 5% of your life is conscious. You get what I'm saying? You mean something happened to you now, your reaction, you don't even think about it. You couldn't even. But there are ways to guide our mind. There are ways to guide our thoughts. There are ways to guide our. We are going to talk about it in the second episode. I hope you enjoy this episode. I just want it to be short and let's. There are ways to do it. Okay. Another thing, please, we are going to send a Google form to this link below. Just just go to the link and download it. We need your details and follow through with us throughout this episode. It is lovely. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. My name is Ijao Taiwo Israel. I appreciate you for watching this. Thank you.